Have you noticed your child has reacted in a big way to something small, or shutting down emotionally, or struggling to handle their feelings? If so, trauma could be a part of this reason. Hey y'all, I am Deidre Morgan, a licensed clinical social worker associate, and today we are talking about how trauma impacts a child's emotions and what you as a caregiver can do to help them. So first though, if this topic hits home for you, then I would like for you to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel and hit that post notification bell for more trauma-informed parenting tips and that are rooted in faith, emotional wellness, and early childhood mental health. So let's get right into it. So first off, let's talk about what is trauma. So trauma is not just a child getting, physically harmed, or it's not just them having certain reactions to things. So trauma includes emotional neglect, witnessing domestic violence, grief, abuse, medical procedures, or separation from caregivers. All of these things, and is a longer list, there are more things that can be considered trauma or traumatic for a child. But what really matters is how the child experiences these events, right? Everything that happens might not be labeled as trauma, but it's how that child perceives that. Like a scary hospital visit, it might be traumatizing to them to just go to a hospital. If they got a shot at the doctor's office, they might not ever return or want to return willingly to a doctor's office. If their home is chaotic, their home life is chaotic, and there's no set routine or there's no consistency there, that also is traumatic. If that family or that child in the family is homeless or unhoused, that also can be a traumatic event for that child. It just depends on the events that take place. And it can deeply affect the child's sense of safety and stability. So stability is such a huge thing in a child's life that even just one small thing of consistency can really impact them. So whether it is you're sending them to school and they're interacting with one trusted caregiver every day, that thing is what is helping to what we call helping them to become resilient. So let's look at some things that could or some symptoms or ways that you might be able to tell or pinpoint that trauma is a part of what's happening. So sudden mood swings, intense meltdowns over small things, and small things could be if something falls on the floor, or if someone takes something that they really were wanting, or it could be they can't zip their coat up. Just small things cause huge meltdowns. Fear or anxiety that doesn't seem to make sense. So it's like, I don't understand why you're afraid to put on your shoe. Well, it could be that if you're a teacher, it could be that the child was beat at home with a shoe, right? And so they don't want to put that shoe on. Or it could be that they don't want to eat a certain thing because someone maybe made them eat it until they were sick. You don't know. It's a crazy world out here. So numbness and emotional withdrawal, also trouble identifying and expressing how they feel. So if you're asking them, which in some cases it could just be a case of they don't know, they're not used to labeling their feelings, which many kids are not. So that one kind of is a touch and go one. But that's because trauma puts their brain in constant flight, fight, or freeze mode, which means they're always like feeling like a bear is after them. It feels like, oh my gosh, I can't regulate myself. Nothing helps to make me feel calm. And so they have to be taught that. They have to be taught how to calm down. And it's a struggle for them to kind of catch up to knowing how to calm themselves down. And so here are some 4 ways that you can help the child process that trauma or that emotional trauma. or you can help them process any trauma, but it'll help them process the emotional side of the trauma. So stay calm. Your regulation helps them to feel regulated. So if you're up in arms and oh my God, it's going to cause them to also be up here as well, and it's difficult for them to calm down. So you want them to match your energy, and if you do that, you want your energy to always be in a calm state. Name the emotion together. Say things like, looks like you're sad, right? You feel sad right now. That was a scary moment. I always tell people, you're not the emotion, you feel that emotion. So you're not mad, but you feel mad. You feel sad. You look like you feel sad. That was a scary moment. Create a safe space and a routine. So predictability, again, is a huge thing for them. It helps them to rebuild trust in the world around them, because depending on the environment that they were in, there might not be many people or things in their environment or world that they trust. Avoid harsh discipline. Instead of punishing, focus on guiding them back to the correction. So a lot of times I tell parents and teachers to focus on the positive behaviors that they're displaying, because what you focus on, you get more of, right? So if you just focus on the negative behavior, you're going to get more of that negative behavior. But if you're saying, oh, thank you so much, Jill, you're doing such an excellent job sitting there waiting patiently, you're going to get more of that. And if they're hitting and when they're not hitting, compliment them on, you handle that so great. You nicely gave that toy to your friend without hitting. Like, big up what they're doing so that it encourages them to do more of that. Does that always work? Honestly, no. To be truthful, it does not always work. Some of the time it does. Give it a try though. You'll never know. And if you are a parent who, if you're walking by faith, if you're a parent that, if you're a believer and you are a Christian, Psalms 147:3 says, he heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. So that is a good scripture to declare over your child, is that they are healed from whatever trauma it is, to just begin to speak life into them, because that truly is the thing that's going to help revive them and help to make them become resilient, is to know that God is close to the brokenhearted, and he cares for them, and he sees their hurt, or he sees that thing that has dysregulated them. So just let them know God sees you. He also, parents, he sees you, and he hears your child, and he sees your child. And through love, support, and faith, the healing is already happening. You just have to believe. So if you like this video, if you have any more questions about trauma and trauma-related tips for children who have experienced trauma, let me know. I have tons more information and tools and things like that I will be posting as well. So take a minute to subscribe to this video. Like, comment, subscribe, post notifications, turn that on so you know the next time I'm dropping another video. But until next time, I pray that you all are healthy, you are whole, and I declare that you are healed. I'll talk to you soon. Love you. Bye.